one of my favorite people in the world is joining me. And that is the person that I always say, after I left WSIX, I get questioned about Jerry House almost every day until people started asking me about Marcia Campbell. And now, because of Marcia Campbell, I get asked about Marcia as much as anybody else in the world. What's Marcia doing? What's Marcia doing? Hey, sister, how are you?
Hey, sister, I'm doing great. How are you doing? And congratulations on all this wonderful stuff that you are doing. And you're reaching so many people and touching a lot of hearts and lives. So thank you for doing that.
One of the things that I had been watching of what you're doing, making pickles with mama and daddy.
This year brought a lot of different and a lot of loss, but also a lot of joy for me. I did put out a huge garden with my parents and my family. So I learned how to do a lot of canning. And tonight we're actually making squash casserole from fresh squash that we froze from the summer garden. So God blessed our little garden. The bounty was amazing. So I learned to put my feet in the dirt, play in the dirt, get grounded, and it's really healing. That was some good time and good time bonding with my parents.
Well, you know, the Opry, where you've been a dancer, how long have you been a dancer on the Opry?
We're going way back now. Honored to say my first dance was October 27th, 1984.
Oh my gosh.
And I filled in that night. And then February, I turned 13. And then one of the ladies went off to college, and I was so blessed to go and fill in. So I've been working since junior high school, growing up at the Grand Ole Opry. But then again, someone had to drive me, chaperone, and then bring me home. So I'm very thankful. It took a village, and I'm thankful for those people. So I've been at the Opry, or the Opry has been a part of my life for, I can't remember not loving or being a part of the Opry. Whenever I used to travel dancing to competitions, 6:50 a.m. WSM, listening to the Grand Ole Opry on the weekends. That's how I grew up.
So I get it on the Marty Stewart show, and it's going back a little ways because he had a show for a while, and Marty has a great love for the Opry dancers. And this also includes somebody else I get asked about all the time, Eddie Stubbs.
I appreciate you bringing it today, and I'm going to show you a magic trick. Okay. One of my favorite parts of the Grand Ole Opry is the Grand Ole Opry square dancers. I love them. And if you'll play the fiddle, they'll magically appear at this door right here. How about a hand for Eddie Stubbs and his flying fiddle and the Grand Ole Opry square dancers?
Pretty Polly Ann.
Yes.
Wasn't that fun?
Well,
I love how Eddie has that mouth set of a fiddler too. He was into it, you
he
know.
was so into it. What's so ironic and crazy is I miss holding hands and getting hot and sweaty on the dance floor with my family, my dance family. I had no idea that you were going to go to the Marty Stewart, and I'm wearing one of his scarves today.
I saw that and I wondered.
Yes, I had no idea you were going to Marty Stewart, but yes, I wear this with honor. He gave this to me back at the Ryman a few years back, and I just recently came across a photo with him wearing this, so I'm excited to showcase that. Marty Stewart, Congress of Country Music, Philadelphia, Mississippi. Woo woo! I'm so excited about that.
Okay, tell me get us up to date on that, because I've been following his story a bit. So if people didn't know, Marty has probably the best collection of country music memorabilia in the world. Even I would say would rival the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Yes,
that's how cool it is.
It is an amazing project that he has there in Philadelphia, his hometown in Mississippi, and they are still in the phases of fundraising, and you can still donate. Go to Congress of Country Music, maybe.org. Or martystewart.net and get more information. But he has put heart and soul into this project, not just last year, not just this was way before COVID, and we're going back a few years that he's planned to showcase and share his collection with us. So I'm really excited about that. And there may be a little birdie that told me there's some TV in the works, some recording. So, and he just released a new video, so be sure and check that out. You mentioned Eddie Stubbs. I just wanted, do you mind if I mention congratulations to Eddie Stubbs and all of the Johnson Mountain Boys, along with Newgrass Revival and JT Gray, owner of the world famous Station Inn. They are all going into the Hall of Fame, Bluegrass Hall of Fame, coming up with presentations by Garth Brooks, Vince Gill, Ronnie McCoury, and that's coming up on the 2020 IBMA Music Awards Show. That's going to air on Circle TV. That's going to be January the 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I made a little note here. That award right there. Congratulations to Special Consensus. I've been dancing and staying busy, and I got to dance on their album in studio and the song Chicago Born Dance. So we won Song of the Year. So you'll be able to see that. Thanks again to Paul Schiminger and everyone at the Ryman. They put on an award show during a pandemic. It took a week, but everyone was spaced out. Everything was safe, and they put it all together. And it was just congratulations to IBMA staff, team, and also the Ryman for keeping us safe. But you can see that January the 18th on Circle Network and all the affiliate stations.
Speaking of Circle, my friend Martin Fisher, who is one of the head Jurasticutuses over there at the Circle.
He's a big wig.
He's a big wig. He's having a birthday today. So happy birthday to Martin Fisher stuff. But I wanted to share a picture from your Facebook page. Take a look at this. Opry Strong wearing masks on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry to dance. What is that like?
Again, thank you to Dan Rogers and the staff at the Grand Ole Opry, taking such sweet care of the legacy, the heritage of the Grand Ole Opry. Hasn't missed a show, a Saturday night, through this pandemic and onward, adding more shows. Devin, it was very scary. To dance is to be joyful, and it challenges your brain. It boosts your mood. There's so many health benefits to dancing. Well, during the pandemic, there's my treadmill. It is a part of our living room because not being able to dance as much as I wanted to, either on stage, you still have to condition, and just like a swimmer, you know, they don't start training for the Olympics. Not that I'm anywhere near an Olympic conditioned body, but dancing gets you winded anyway, get your heart rate up. It's wonderful. But then when you put a mask on, that was a scary, wonderful, beautiful experience.
Yeah.
Because, well, for one, I've had COVID and I couldn't dance at the Opry. I was in my second week of recovery after the 3 weeks. And I had to use my asthma inhaler, and I put that mask on and I said, Lord, let's go dance and spread joy and love. So it's better now. Obviously I'm still doing it. It's better now, but dancing with the mask, I will do it until we all know we're safe and we don't need to wear a mask anymore. But we wear masks, and I'm just thankful that the Opry is, including the dancers. There's 2 at this time. Again, that's why I said I miss holding hands with my family, my dance family. But there's 2, and we're on the opposite ends of the stage when we come out. So the element of dance and tradition is still there at the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, well, thank you for keeping it alive. And there was another special thing. I know we've got a guest standing by, Opry and bluegrass. It's always been a part of an important element, but I saw a clip Brian Smith shared of the grand dames of bluegrass, the ladies of bluegrass who sang Down to the River to Pray. There's a clip of that you can find on video at opry.com, or you can find it, of course, on Facebook. But it was, Rhonda Vincent and, of course, Brooke Aldridge, one of my buddies, Dale Ann Bradley, and Rhonda Vincent. Did I get all of them? Rhonda Vincent,
Amanda Smith.
And Amanda Smith, yeah.
Our ladies of bluegrass, I absolutely adore them. And again, it's just IBMA, International Bluegrass Music Association, is doing so much to reach people and carry on with music. And we're hoping that festival season will come around real soon. But IBMA.org is where you can see a lot of that and stay up to date.
Would you come visit us again?
I would love to.
Okay, good.
Congratulations. I am so proud of you. Your light is shining so bright, and we need more Devin in these days.
Honey, we just need more love from everybody. And I admit you, Marcia Campbell, and I get questions about you. Now, for people that want to follow what Marcia is doing, you can follow her on Facebook. She shares everything. And
there's stuff in the works that I'm not sharing just yet, but there's a lot of good that's going on. So I'm really excited to share that. And I'm excited to share about IBMA on Circle TV, the award show. And I'm just really happy to be with you and visit with you.
Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Keeping everything alive, keeping the lights on over there in the Dixon, Kingston Springs, West Side area.
Amen, sister.
You take care. All right.
All right. Love you. Wish you enough.
Oh, that makes me cry. Thank you. I love you, honey.
I love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Saw you standing in the wreckage from a brokenness, trying to rebuild, couldn't find the pieces, living a life makeshift, holding it together, trying to get by, constantly looking for another vice. I see beautifully unbroken when all you see is the destruction. We could stay in our own rubble and watch the walls around us crumble, making us shattered lives, build something new together, while we learn to trust each other, laying our messy hearts out in the open. Together we'll become beautifully unbroken. still learning how to breathe again. Afraid of wanting that addiction of somebody's skin on your skin. What if you fall? What if you care? Then walking away isn't fair. I see beautifully unbroken when all you see is the destruction. We could stay in our own rubble and watch the walls around us crumble. Pick up our shattered lives, build something new together. While we learn to trust each other, laying our messy hearts out in the open. Together we'll become beautifully unbroken. I'm not the risk you think I'd be. You're not the only one with bloody knees. From big down in the heart, I see beautifully unbroken. All you see is the destruction. We could stay in our own rubble and watch the walls around us crumble. Pick up our shattered lives, build something new together. While we learn to trust each other, laying our messy hearts out in the open. Together we'll become. Together we'll become beautifully unbroken. Beautifully unbroken.
My goodness, is that not gorgeous? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Jennifer Emard. How are you? Gosh, what a voice you have.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, I saw some when I was reading your bio, it mentioned influences like Celine Dion, and I can definitely hear that big ballad voice coming out of you. Tell me now, you're from Texas, right?
I am. I am just east of Dallas. So I'm in a little town called Terrell. So it's not that big, but it's good.
So what was your first stage? When did you first start singing?
I started back in, I think the first time I stepped on a stage to sing, I always grew up doing theater and things like that, but I think I stepped on a stage to do my first performance back when I was 12.
So it's just part of your life.
It is. I've been doing it and I just haven't stopped. I don't think I have any other skills at this point.
I'm sure that's not true. I have learned that there are, speaking of, this year has been crazy for singers. So there are a lot of singers who have realized they do have some other skills, that they do some other things too. So what has this 2020 been like for you?
I have realized I can fake other skills. So I have had to get creative, but 2020 was rough in the beginning, obviously for everybody, but then I just had to get creative with how I was getting gigs and where I was playing and, revamp the actual performances too, because people weren't wanting full bands anymore. Everyone's budgets for venues have been cut. So, it's just getting creative and, faking other jobs when you have to. And so it's been interesting, but I've been able to keep a pretty steady flow of performances lined up.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. It's different everywhere, and Texas has had a few more opportunities, pretty shut down as far as a lot of that. So I have a lot of friends. I always tell a lot of my singer-songwriter, the big buff guys that are out there going, man, I don't know what to do. And I send them all to Tractor Supply. I said, you know, you don't even need to work out at a gym. Just go lift 50-pound feed bags.
Exactly. Just start carrying feed.
Are you a farm girl?
No, I like to think I have skills, but I don't. I actually live on about 2.5 acres, which is way more than somebody like me should actually have, as seeing that I have broken the lawnmower and the grill with my mower and the trampoline with my lawnmower. I really shouldn't be outside.
You know what I love? There are a lot of things that people have discovered. There are a lot of people that are hanging out with their parents now, their older parents and stuff. They're hanging out with them and doing things with them because it's what we do now. And family has become really important. I think that's the gift of 2020 is family has become so much more important to us.
It is. It is. It's been, tight quarters. I have kids and they've been home indefinitely. And they're having a good time with that mostly.
Well, Jennifer, I want you to tell people how they can find out more about you.
You can go to my website, jenniferemard.com, EMARD after Jennifer.com, and that has my schedule, my links to everything. The music, it has all my social media on there too with links. So that is probably the most generic way you can get in touch.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your time today. We so appreciate you for being on Main Street today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Take care. God bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, Jennifer Emard. I said it wrong. I said Emard, but it's Emard. And Gabrielle Metz joins us. But before that, I want you guys, if you follow me, you know that my buddy Mona Bagsby turned me on to racing at the Nashville Fairgrounds racetrack. And we went to the 400 this year. It was a great time. So this girl has got this video for a song called Checkered Flag, and I want you to meet her, but you got to hear her sing first.
Off to the races, it's all brand new. Every reason to be scared and nervous, it's all on the line to lose. It'll take some time, even if it moves fast. This is not my first time round this track. My sights are set on the checkered flag, the waves left and right telling us that got it right. We fall
you. Gabrielle Metz, welcome to the show. This is Main Street Today. So glad to have you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Where are you these days?
I'm currently in Nashville right now.
What's it like now? You're in Nashville, so you've watched performing change this year immensely. Are there places that you get to play out live these days?
I actually have my first round tonight in like 2 months, and before that I hadn't played in like 6. So it's been wild. Not a lot of in-person going on right now.
I know. I bet that you're really looking forward to getting to play music again. Have you learned all about virtual performances? Have you been doing some of those? Do you have a regular show that people can find you on?
It has been a learning curve for sure. Just like me as a person, I'm not very social media minded. I'm very much like in person in the moment kind of. And so to really have to shift into that social media world and the online presence, it was a learning curve, but it's been fun. It's been interesting. I don't have like a regular show that I'm doing on my page. Been hopping on with some friends and with some other people's shows. I have one later this month that should be on my Instagram.
You know, I wanted to ask you. Now, I was talking to another friend of mine who's a singer-songwriter, Tia McGrath. She had a birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, belated to Tia. And Tia and I were both talking about some of the weird things that have happened during quarantine. Like, for some reason, I can't find a single pair of shoes. I've got like one shoe of every pair. And they're like, I go, I can't get dressed. I have to spend like hours to get dressed. I said, I had to learn okay, too much information. Finding a bra. I mean, what happened? I like, did I forget where anything went? Okay, I'm watching. Marcia Campbell, are you still there? I'm going to add you to this stream. I see you laughing back in the waiting room right there. Have you lost stuff too?
I have discovered I have way too many clothes, so much that, I can't find anything. There's show clothes that I'm sure we didn't get to wear last year, and they're just hanging and they're taking up space. So Devin, I am with you, sister. I know what you're talking about. And I've learned how to love athletic wear. Stretchy pants and tank tops.
Yeah.
What about, and Gabrielle, have you lost something, or have you found too much of something at your place too?
I have become like, I feel like quarantine has made me a little bit more like frazzled than normal. Like when I actually go out, that is when I lose things. Like my keys, or like right now, like it's cold, so like gloves, leave jackets, leave my purse at a restaurant almost. Like it just, I can't function in public anymore apparently. I just leave my stuff now because I haven't been anywhere in months. So it's made me lose things like that. Not so much like
we have this stuff. Well, I got very tickled about that. And I thought it was just me. I thought that, bad food habits or bad. I went to feed the pig the other day wearing sequins because I had nowhere else to wear it.
I'm sending you a big hug. Absolutely. Sparkle wherever you can.
Yes, I laugh. My friend who was a guest earlier in the week, Diane Austin from the Blue Eyed Daisy, has these new shirts, and they have sequined hearts on the front. And I'm so thinking my pig, Barney, the hero pig, would really love me wearing that to feed him.
I appreciate it.
Well, Gabrielle, you have a guitar in front of you. Would you like to play live? Because you've got a show tonight. Where's your show tonight?
It's at Belcourt Taps here in Nashville at 6.
Belcourt Taps at 6:00. And I guarantee you, if you probably watch social media, you might even be able to see that because Belcourt Taps is a very good, they usually share that on the internet.
They do. Yeah. We'll probably set up my phone and go live on Instagram too. So it's around. There'll be 3 of us.
Oh, we're going to check out and let you play. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I figured I would play my next single that is coming out February the 5th. And it's just kind of a little tongue-in-cheek song for all of my single people for Valentine's Day. This is Hey Cupid. Mom and Dad been going since 9 to 5. And my best friend's falling if I done missed it right. While I'm punching this 9 to 5 without even a hand to hold mine. What's wrong with this picture? Well, let me be a little clearer. Hey Cupid, how come you're working for everyone else? Everybody's got somebody, can I be next? Hey Cupid, I know you're off the clock now. Could you please put in some overtime and help a girl out? Hey Cupid, I know you're busy. The love's working for everyone but me. I've been rolling solo for 19 years, and it doesn't bug me, but love stories are all I hear. So I'm just biding my time, hoping, praying it'll all turn out alright. What's wrong with this picture? Well, let me be a little clearer. Hey Cupid, how come you're working for everyone else? Everybody's got somebody, can I be next? Hey Cupid, I know you're off the clock now. Could you please put in some overtime, help a girl out? Hey Cupid, I know you're busy, 'cause love's working for everyone but me. Let me give you credit where it's due. You can do some wonderful things when you want to. So hey Cupid, how come you're working for everyone else? Everybody's got somebody, can I be next? Hey Cupid, I know you're off the clock now. Could you please put in some overtime, help a girl out? Hey Cupid, I know you're busy. Hey Cupid, I know you hear me. 'Cause love's working for everyone but me. Oh, oh, oh,
Oh, that was awesome. Good applause. And we got some folks to do a little shout out to Barbara Bruton from the group Credenda is watching. Tim Brush, he is such a dance fan and he's very happy. Dita Duncan said hey, the wife of Stuart Duncan. That's and Sue West Graybill, and of course Steve Eckler just joined us, and glad that you guys were part of our show today. A big thank you to one of our sponsors. Got to do a shout out. When people leave a job and they go, oh my gosh, do I do the Cobra? How do I get health insurance? I mean, it kind of freaks people out, but let me tell you who can answer all those questions. It's my friend Harvey Durham at harveydurham.com. He's a broker. He can handle all sorts of different plans. I had no idea. I went to a place and they gave me this really cheap rate and I went, well, gosh, this is easy. Then I called Harvey. I said, can you look at this plan? He said, yeah, this plan is great if you never get sick and you never have to go to the hospital and pay for anything. And I go, what? He said, if you have surgery, it doesn't pay. I go, what? So if you're paying like $50 a month for your insurance, you might want to check, because if you end up having, and then I found out that there are certain plans that wouldn't pay if you got COVID.
Oh.
So I go, well, why do you need that insurance? He goes, you don't. That's the important part. But you don't know what you don't know. So go to harveydurham.com and let him, even if you don't buy something, go to harveydurham.com, say, would you look at my plan? And he'll do it virtually, your computer, and he'll show your plan and his, and here's what you can get. And we'll see if we can find something to work for you. Not for everybody, but if it's for you, it really comes in handy. And it was for me. Happy birthdays today. Yeah. Our friend Paul Berkeley, and I know you know him, Marcia, because he's a big listener of yours, fan of yours. Susan Levy-Rash, Sandra Cherry, Susan Diebolt, my Beagle saving friend, having a birthday today. Rhonda Kay, Zach Van Arsdale, the song doctor. Newscaster Chris Tatum is having a birthday today. And we already mentioned Martin Fisher from Circle TV, Judy Van, and Nancy Hilgert, all having birthdays today. So happy birthday. And normally how I end the show is be safe, be kind, and know you are loved. But Gabrielle, I want you, as we say goodbye, to tell people where they can find you on the internet.
Yeah, absolutely. So my Instagram is Gabrielle Metz Music. Everything else, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, is Gab Metz Music. And my music is out on Spotify, Apple Music, and streaming platforms, just under my name, Gabrielle Metz.
And tonight you will be at Belcourt Taps at 6:30.
Yeah.
And you can watch that on the internet. And also tonight, the Preds will be playing. And let me see who they're playing, because I think that's kind of cool that the Preds are back. They're going to be playing, and you can watch them on Fox Sports Tennessee. You can watch them on Fox Sports Go and listen at 102.5 The Game, or any of the places where you have a sports bar that has it. They're going to be playing the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. So Preds are going to be playing. And tomorrow night, it's sold out, but at Marathon Music Works, Aaron Lewis with my buddy Ira Dean. Ira Dean's going to be open for him. So it's going to be a cool show. So good live music. Nashville's got a lot going on. And if you follow online, you'll find it. But to close, Marcia Campbell, you always closed every show on your all-nighter, starting the day with I Wish You Enough. And that comes from something very special. Would you tell us the story about why you used that?
I'll try to get through that. My best friend, Dawn Sears, shared with me, she was guesting on one of my radio shows, and she shared with me a poem. It was her favorite poem, and it was the holiday season, and the poem is I Wish You Enough. And from that day on, whether she was working her business, traveling, or fighting cancer, we would text and we would wish each other enough, because especially during this time right now, there's some heavy days. But if you've got a friend that you can text, maybe you don't even feel like reaching out or talking, but if you can text or just wish that's all we need to get through the day, is just enough faith, enough love. Sometimes it's enough joy, and sometimes it's just enough patience to just hold on. So for all that are watching and listening, I just hope that you have enough today and every day to get you through.
And that's why we love Marcia Campbell. There you go, right there.
I love you back.
So thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Gabrielle. And thank you all for watching, for sharing. And wherever you watch this, just on those pages, subscribe or follow. And we also have a YouTube channel. So if someone's not on Facebook and you want to see any of these archive shows, you can find them at Main Street Today. And it also is an audio broadcast. So if you subscribe to podcast and you're listening and you say, hey, I'd love to listen to all those shows, they're all cataloged there in audio version as well. So thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Devin. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.